This is Hello Glass with a glass artist to interview. Let's get started. What is your name and are you a glass artist?
My name's Dahn Lindstrom, and yes, I am.
How long have you been making glass, and do you consider yourself a master?
On and off for 17 or so years, and definitely not a master.
Your favorite style or type of glass to create with?
I like out of the ordinary, sort of whimsical objects these days, things you wouldn't necessarily see made out of glass. And the other half of the question?
Style or type of glass to create with?
Well, I've done soft glass, so borosilicate, and I don't do a lot of like wig-wag type of stuff. So again, I like to just revert to like maybe organic shapes and things that you wouldn't necessarily see made out of glass. For example, the sushi, and then I do an acorn piece and some other things like that. So I'm inspired sometimes by the people that are doing things like hacky sack and so forth. Chad G.
What state do you call home for your glass shop?
Illinois.
Do you own or work for a glass brand or use an art name?
I don't work for anyone other than myself, and as far as aliases go, I was going to choose one recently, and I just don't know. I haven't pushed it. Nobody's really, I haven't introduced myself as that, so I think I'm just going to probably steer away from an alias. But if you see the name Bang, B-H-A-N-G, then that would be me. So.
Do you make your living solely off glassworking?
Yeah, it's from year to year, season to season, because I have some other seasonal interests that generate money on the gardening side, but in forms of bonsai. In terms of bonsai art, I do Japanese miniature tree sculpture, and so I grow trees and harvest and style and sell, and teach sometimes in that industry too.
If you could make glass with anyone, excuse me, with anyone living, who would that person be?
Oh, jeez, that's a hard one to answer, I guess. Probably some of the close friends that I've had in the past that I've met in my glass travels, and some of the people I've studied with early on, and to meet up with them today, I think would be nice. And studying with a master lamp worker, I guess. God, it's kind of hard to say, but I'd like to get into some goblets, so somebody along those lines, maybe Cesare or someone like that.
What style or technique of glass is the hardest for you to make?
Larger things, basically. After doing it for some time, having some physical limits, I kind of tend to stick to smaller stuff, and stuff that doesn't take a lot of days of preparation, because with a bit of like onset of carpal tunnel and some pinched nerves and whiplash that I haven't quite recovered from, I kind of take it easy, I guess you could say. So.
Name two people that taught or influenced your glass skills.
Let's see. I'll say Chad G. In the past years. We were friends in college, and he was influenced a lot by my early kind of old school inside-out fume work. But nowadays he's going along the lines of the odd items that you wouldn't necessarily see. He's done a lawnmower and a weed whacker and just really strange things. So that's intriguing. And then, gosh, it's hard to say. A lot of the tribal stuff is influencing to me, so myself, I'm still doing like some horns and eyes, which have been done in the past, maybe overdone, but then again there's certain people's themes that they stick with, like ghost and salt. So they've kind of given me some of the feel that's in some of my stuff today.
Is there any style or technique of glass that you would or will learn in the future?
I'm sure there is, and I guess the most exciting one might be the one I don't know about yet, the one that maybe no one's aware of yet. So that's always the next best thing, is the next discovery in glass. So I'm not saying it'll be me, but I look forward to seeing where things go.
Name 2 glass artists that impress you.
I will say, first thing that comes to mind is a large Mars Attacks piece that was done by Ghost and Robin Hood, and real intricate, large scale, and yeah, just really well put together and finished. Cloak, just really balls to the wall sort of thing. So it was good. It's so I need to see more art. I really I like to see what's in the Chicagoland area. I'm not always familiar with who the artists are, but I was doing some of the helmets, like sorry, looking at this to your face. The Darth Vader helmet, Boba Fett helmet, Banjo maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to think of who did those pieces, but the helmets are really, the full-size Star Wars helmets are really cool.
What styles or techniques in glass amazed you when you first saw them?
Oh, switch axis sort of stuff. Stuff that was done like that on large scale by Lino, and yeah, the way he would do that, and then Calmo pieces and switch axis to get that termination point, and when that started appearing, that was pretty impressive too. So other than that, I think the technical side of pipes today, with the sort of diffusion and all the different scientific sort of technical aspects of assembly and flow and all that sort of stuff in those pieces. I think that's really interesting to see people bringing that scientific level to it. So.
Worst injury you ever got from making glass art?
I've been lucky. I've barely been burned, stabbed, poked, cut a little bit, and that's it. The tips of your fingers probably suck the worst, so then you can't do much. So that's about it. I've been lucky not to have any of the bad blisters I've seen people with. Yeah.
What do you wish to accomplish in the glass industry?
Oh, let's see. Just to be able to create, have that outlet and develop, to my comfort level, and at the same time, bring in some money, make a living doing it. So, yeah.
How does a glass fan get to see or buy your work?
Well, there's some pieces in Chicagoland area, and I'm on Facebook, Dahn Lindstrom, and a couple shops on the East Coast. And other than that, it's that's about what I can handle right now. So, yeah.
You got 3 minutes to say to the world what you want. Go for it.
I'm going to say thanks for the interview. Thanks for having me here at the Chicago Glass Project. I had a good time. I met a lot of good people, and came away with some good friends and good knowledge and good vibes. So hope to see you next time.
This was a Hello Glass Real Glass Artist interview. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.